2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Welcome to a special edition of Teaching Crypto. This is AZcrypto, MrFOMO. We're back. The only thing that can keep us from recording these shows are sickness. And one of our favorite coins, VGX, is pumping because on Friday, the new VLP 2.0, which is the Voyager loyalty program, will be updated. Earlier this month, we were at 56 cents. We got up to 114 today. And I know last time, a few months ago, we did a video talking about how you might not be able to get it below $2 again. At this market cap, unless BTC gigantically retraces here, I think right now, the days of getting VGX under $1 are numbered. Even if it goes back below $1 during our taping right now or tonight, after Friday, unless the VLP is a complete failure. And I can't imagine it's going to be worse than the first one because supposedly they listened to a lot of the comments and the suggestions. You won't be able to get Voyager under $1 anymore.
I was actually surprised at how fast it pumped in this market, which says a lot about what people think is coming with that VLP. Be careful. It may be a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a thing. Friday, you might see a little bit of a dump off. But again, I expect it to, and we talked a little bit before the show, I expect it to catch another little bit of a pump before we get to Friday and the announcement.
Yeah, and I think VLP 2.0, finally people getting their debit cards by the end of the summer. Hopefully this trial phase, that is over. And so I think good things are coming. It's much slower than anyone anticipated. Unfortunately, they didn't make the first bull. But hopefully we get the bull run 24-25. So again, right now is not when you make massive profits. We have had some altcoins really run because BTC hit 32K and retraced a little bit. And so I wanted to talk to you about that. I know you have some other things, but really quickly, I do believe it's possible we saw the BTC bottom at 25. I'm not saying we're not going to go down below 30. It's very, very possible. But at this point, unless there's major economic news in the US, which is possible, there's a level war going on, but I do think it is possible. We may have seen that bottom at 25 when Luna sold off BTC. Again, it would not shock me to see BTC then 29, 28, maybe even 27. But I do think, I think the 30s could be where we live for a while until we get closer to the next halving.
And I would agree. But be careful. We could also be seeing somewhat of a local top there at 32. Last summer we saw this sort of happen too. You'd get a quick pump and then it would turn around and retrace back to, those lulls. And it provides you a little bit of an opportunity in a sideways market to make some money if you can catch those local tops and local bottoms. But like you said, I don't think I really honestly didn't think it would get down to 25. And so to be honest, at that point, I feel like the bottom is in. There's some people that I listened to that called maybe it could hit 22, but we haven't seen any whisper of that. And now it's up in the low 30s. So, I would agree. Probably 25 is probably the low, especially with all that smart money that's still stuck in there. But again, I think we're due for some sideways action here all the way until later in the year.
Yeah, and 27 was a lot of buying power. A lot of people bought it. So feeling pretty good. Again, we're still in the bear market, but maybe we are slowly working our way back up to the next bull run. Really quickly, I don't need to touch on Luna. There's still a lot of confusing information. If you're on Voyager, you haven't gotten your new Luna tokens. You don't know how long you're going to have to keep them. They did finally update the pricing, which was good. But if you are on Voyager like we are, waiting for Luna, still waiting on some information.
Yeah, and they had another call it a breach, call it a hack, whatever you want to call. One of their DeFi protocols, Mirror protocol, was exploited, and the problem was 100% preventable. Excuse me. It came down to their validators on the Luna Classic network just not uploading the or downloading the new Oracle software. And so the Oracle pricing software allowed someone to exploit the difference in the prices and go back and forth between one exchange and another, and sort of, take advantage of the arbitrage to the tune of about 2 million. So once again, you have this Luna Classic network, the one that crashed, hurting people again. The price plummeted once again for Luna Classic, for Mirror, and for Luna 2.0. And those might have been, a bunch of different factors, but that certainly factors in.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for people to have long-term belief in Luna and leadership. I think unfortunately they're going to see it being used as a pump and dump, with a lot of people's tokens being used as collateral here and locked. It's sad that this is what's happened, but it's reality. We got to be honest with our viewers. You buy Luna 2.0 with your own risk, and know that you are buying something that could be dumped at any point. It's sad, but it is what it is. And I think, they got attacked, but the way this has been handled has been a colossal failure, in our opinion. And we just have to be honest and move on. And, that's why we've been talking about Avalanche and Eagle more, because those are the two that, those have good leadership. They're very reputable companies in the US, so we feel good about those. So it's part of the game, unfortunately. Learning experience for everyone. Some people have saved the screenshots of exactly how much down they are on Luna, several thousands of dollars, as a motivation to take profits. And I think as we get closer to, I know it seems like a long way away, but I personally feel 2023 will be good for crypto. It won't be a bull run, but I think you're going to see that the bottoms have been put in 2022, whether it's now or a little bit in the future. And so there'll be an opportunity to take profits slowly until sometime in 2025, if the cycle's any different, if it's similar, excuse me. So I think the important thing to understand is take profits. Heck, if you bought VGX at 56 cents and you want to get out now, no one's going to blame you. Even though I do think it's going to go much higher over the next couple of years, you could always come back in at a lower price. So again, never feel bad about taking profits, unless you have a legitimate long-term goal. The one thing I would say is BTC. If you have a full BTC selling at 35K, you could regret that if you don't come back in at some point, because I don't think 35K is going to be the next all-time high or anything. So when I mean all-time,
I don't think that this is the time to ignore the fact that a lot of these tokens and coins aren't held for very long. Remember, if you look and this is one of the things that I love about Coinbase, and I wish maybe Voyager did, but they show you the average hold time of some of these coins and tokens, and the average hold time is literally days long. And so I actually entered into a quick 24-hour trade this week with Phantom and made almost 10%. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to do that. I mean, you and I were just talking about earlier today, StormX hasn't really moved in this last little pump. And it's a project that we both believe in. I actually bought some dad shoes off of New Balance the other day and got some crypto cash back.
And you got retweeted by the guy running the company. So that's Simon Hughes. So pretty cool.
Retweeted my dad shoes tweet. And, I also saw H-bar down there, the mid to low nines right now. And that hasn't moved much, maybe a penny in the last week or so. And it was at 10 cents just a week ago, maybe even a little bit higher. So I think there's opportunities there, some quick trades where you can make a few percentage points and collect a few dollars.
Yeah, so you're right. I think, as pessimistic as people have been, long term things are still looking great. The key word here is patience, and the next two keywords will be in the future taking profits. And if you follow those, you'll be in great shape. So we'll probably have another flip for you guys, depending on how BTC goes, maybe later in the week. We'll see. Or maybe we have another special episode. We've got some special ideas planned during the bear market when flips don't really make sense. So you guys have to stay tuned. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe. We're slowly marching towards 100 and over subscribers, hopefully very soon. For MrFOMO, this is AZcrypto. Have a great week.
See ya.